2 years now, your family. So welcome home to those 20 that are still alive.
Hey, Laura. How's it going, Laura?
Right now about the stock. I'm adding you both the euro for stock at 10004.
Seeing the joy and gratitude on this historic day in Israel, Hamas releasing all 20 living hostages as part of the peace deal brokered by President Trump. Good morning, I'm Dana Perino. Bill is off today. Good morning, Aisha. Good morning, Team Dana. I'm Aisha Hasmi. America's newsroom. A momentous moment.
Good morning, TJ. Good morning, Laura. Yeah, I got up really early this morning before sunrise, just pre-dawn, and did a ship, and I posted it. It was a Norwegian cruise ship. Yeah, I think Justin's back school busing today. I don't know. He usually pops in here sometimes between 9 and 9:30 if he's available.
Take a live look now at Freed Square in Tel Aviv. Thousands are celebrating today, watching the president's speech to the Israeli Knesset, the legislature there in lawmakers gave him a very warm welcome.
Hey, Russell. Jim's droning. Good morning. Laura, he doesn't mean that. He's just saying that.
Thank you, sorry, traffic, go ahead. McKee reporting downbound of Saltdock. You're aware of the outbound traffic.
So TJ, you go into work today, this morning, or this afternoon?
Again, thank you so much. Just remarkable to see these images play out. And we've been reporting for over 2 years since the terrorist attack. Brett Baer, if I could bring you in here, as I know you've been to the region many times, you've covered the story from the beginning. All sorts of puzzle pieces had to come into place for President Trump to be able to forge the final first phase one of the peace deal. And then he really showed up for his friends today, flying overnight in order to be there today.
Has been said for hours. Really a historic moment there. I think that you're going to look back. That's is going to be one of the speeches that President Trump is remembered.
So TJ is already talking about taking a nappy.
Unbelievable. You think about but
Roger, in addition to Rocky County, flight 1050. Over.
change that. I think that this next step goes to kind of signals the next move. I also think, just an aside, it was interesting how well he is now hero status through. Take that moment and say, to pardon Prime Minister Netanyahu was quite something. He definitely breaks eyebrows. He has a lot of good.
Marta, yeah, you're so good at getting the heart story, laying out the human story, and today is the human story. Get to all the geopolitical questions, the coming days, but this is about the hostages and their families and the suffering that they have been through for the past 2 years. And this president deeply, I think, takes in these stories personally and carries those with him. And how this all came together, just your top line thoughts on just these families and this moment today. Well, I like everyone, my eyes keep searching the screen to see these families embracing each other. It is just an absolutely incredible moment, and they are obviously grateful to the man who's getting up and looking at me right now for another round of bring peace to the Middle East. There's a lot to really let sink in today, because I think what makes a difference in history is people of consequence, people who, they say, future and action favors the bold, right? Fortune favors the bold. There you see Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner talking with President Trump, obviously, that kind of that young way. These people have made, especially President Trump, very bold decisions. And what we didn't see in the last 4 years was boldness. And I heard, Jake Sullivan asked about this, the former Secretary of State. We've heard President
Okay, TJ.
this is an extraordinary great, and these things that people are talking about for many, many years. Benjamin Hall, I'd love to bring you in here as President Trump has some extended
exactly what President Trump was saying in his speech. This is not just an end to the war in Gaza. This is hopefully the dawn of a new. And I think if you look at it, when it's first of all President Trump's relationships with the countries in the region, and his first foreign trip to Saudi Arabia, the UAE, he's got close relations with the Arab.
That's a funny. That's a funny. You guys are having a good time in the chat. I like that.
Israel have our military to flatten, and this all continue unless you release hostages. But on the other side, there is wealth. So you've got two choices. One is you get decimated, the other is we make the whole country wealthy. And it's not just stopping at the Arab and Muslim ones. He's looking at Iran. Talks about Iran and Trump side. This is a
Little Lama Laura, how you doing? Welcome, Laura. Welcome, welcome.
in life for their people, and they might find a way forward here.
100%. And this is about that. Dana, you know, I interviewed the Crown Prince, you know, right before October 7th. So
Yeah, she's turned into a Tic Tac person, I understand. That's her number one go-to is TikTok, I think. Isn't that right, Laura?
security laws, how it literally changes how we reach options. And the way they talked about it 2.5 years ago is now the way they're talking about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence, Brett, that, you know, all of this happened, you know, the puzzle pieces started changing the leads right after that interview with MBS where he tells you in that exclusive interview that he wants to normalize relations with Israel. And I remember watching that thinking, you know, that's not going to go well for some of these terrorist organizations like Hamas in that region. Martha, you kind of touched on this, but if you know, talk a little about this president and, you know, his methods. You know, he sometimes declares victory before the details are worked out.
Oh, Laura, don't feel that way. You got a lot of people that sit out there in the gallery that may not comment, may not directly involve themselves with you, but they watch your stuff, you know?
You know, he turning the head on president and maybe shaping what future presidents, how they do diplomacy. That's possible. You know, I think he's such a unique character in history.
It's like I don't have anybody on the panel with me right here, right now. But we've got 14 people watching. So you guys are all watching each other and responding and I appreciate everybody that's watching right now. We're up to 15. So You know, and I realize, you know, sometimes I start to feel bad about it, but I realize, you know, there's other things going on in people's lives. Just the fact that they think about me uh, is a good thing.
So what? Maybe that girl fire.
Boone wants to go out. Be right back.
Deep impact on him of watching, young boy screaming and running and in terror as the last terrorist falls into the kitchen. I mean, it is worth remembering for Black Day. President Trump has had an enormous impact here. He's a person of consequence, and those are the people who make history. I want to bring in General.
Be a good boy.
He's a Fox News senior police analyst. He's been here with us ever since this conflict erupted. And sir, before we get to you, I want to play something from President Trump about that key decision about in Iran.
So we dropped 14 bombs at speed nuclear facilities. As I said, that's been confirmed. And everybody understands. Together we stop the number one state sponsor, dating state weapons.
That Boney's just out there chasing the squirrels around the backyard. He's my little wild child. That's right, Russell. I believe that. You know, what we don't understand, it's kind of hard because it's not YouTube, even though we feel it's personal, it's not that personal. It's kind of hit or miss, and people come and go, and people stop in and like what we're doing, or they don't, and they move on. So it isn't something that you can depend on. Hey, Justin. Hello, Justin.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, how you doing? Laura was just talking on here about how she didn't start back up her Sunday regular live stream because she doesn't think anybody cares.
I'd go over there if she was doing it on there. I just don't go on the TikTok ones because I don't like having to go on my phone. That's super annoying because I can't go
Yeah, I'm
through the
not a
computer.
TikToker either.
Well, not that. It's just if you don't have the ability to, it won't let you do it through your computer. It forces you to do it through your phone, which is a bit annoying. Brenda, Joel, Jim, Russell, Laura, TJ.
So you did the bus thing this morning?
No, we're off today. 3-day weekend. There's Mark.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Paul. Morning, Justin.
Yeah.
Morning, everybody else in the chat that I've mentioned in the chat. I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at
Justin,
least
do you know if all of the school districts in Florida have days off for Columbus Day?
I have no idea. Our district just decided to do it as a teacher work day, so that was just a district decision. That had nothing to do with the state. So I don't know what other schools did.
No, I didn't mention him in the chat. Laura, TJ, Russell, Brenda, Jim, Joel.
There we go. Good.
So the teachers are still in the school then?
Yeah, and all the district offices are open, just not the bus department. But even our bus yards are open, so like the mechanics and stuff are there today. We're just not.
You got a day off?
Yeah, I had a 3-day weekend. Because they had a teacher work day today, so all the students are off, which hence all the buses are off.
Yeah.
But all the other offices are still open though. And the schools are open to the teachers. That's it. It's just like a training day for the teachers.
Yeah, we have teacher training days here as well. Yeah.
Yeah. They might just have to take like some classes or have a big meeting with all the teachers or something like that.
Good morning, David.
Afternoon, Paul.
Hey, David.
Hello, Mark. Hello, Justin.
So,
God dang, check your Methodist.
I
Wait a
did.
minute.
I saw
Stop, you lazy bitch.
the video.
He said he saw the video. You can fuck right off.
Be nice.
Oh, you know me too well, David.
Paul.
Be nice to Brenda.
Brenda?
Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. I'm not swearing at Brenda. It was Brenda swearing at Laura.
Oh, that's right. It was Laura.
Paul, don't give my fucking game away. Getting me in trouble there, linking me with Brenda. It's supposed to be a secret. Hey, Skyfly. You know what? I would like to apologize for those in the chat that have been abused by Laura. But I'm not going to, because you was all warned not to encourage it. You ignored me. Oh, and she's on the rampage today. Is that right, just
Rampage?
anyone's fair game today, ain't it, Justin?
Apparently. Ain't showing my own blackmail video, Laura. Crazy. We're going to twist David's nipples and show it.
Well, I'm almost glad I didn't stay up and watch the Lions last night.
How did the Lions get on? Did they win?
No, they got beat 30-17.
You were winning last time, look. Well, there goes your Super Bowl dreams.
It wasn't even close. But you know, when they line up for the defense and offense,
Yeah.
How's Kansas City doing this year?
Well, they were the ones that beat them.
yeah.
Well, I know. I'm saying, what are they? How
Kansas
many games?
Kansas are 5-1. Lions are 4-2.
Neither one of those is too bad, though. 4-2 is not bad.
They ain't going to get you to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's not a shitty season by any means, either.
I think they're the top two in the table.
I mean, you've won 4 out of 6 games. That's not bad.
Yeah,
Could
because
be
they
worse
both,
because they could be 0-6.
yeah, they both went into last night 4-1.
Oh, Chiefs are 3-3. JD said.
No, the Chiefs were 4-1 last night, so now they're 5-2, 5-1. I think.
No, they're 3-3.
All right.
Lions were 4-2 though. You were right about that one, but Chiefs, yeah, they're 3-3.
Yeah. There was I think it's the Bills that are 4-1 as well as the Lions were last night. They play tonight.
They're the official Monday Night Football, right?
Yeah. There's 2 games tonight.
Now, do you stay up and watch those games?
Depends on what time they're on. Sometimes. The Bills are 4-1 and they're playing the Falcons, who are 2-2. And the Bears are playing the Commanders. The Bears are 2-2. The Commanders are 3-2.
That's the Redskins. I don't call them the Commanders. I refuse to use that name.
Buffalo Bills at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, which is midnight our time. Oh, Eastern time. It's 2:15. Or 3:15 even. No, Eastern time. It's midnight. Yeah. Yeah. And the Bears is at 1:15 our time.
Yeah, I knew Linus wasn't getting rid of his damn memberships. Full of shit. All these big channels are complaining about the membership thing right now. On
Well,
YouTube.
what's up with the membership?
Because I guess YouTube's been pushing, which I've noticed too. Like if you've noticed a lot of member-only videos popping up in your recommended feed,
Yeah.
and they're getting pissed off because they're saying that they're pushing members-only content instead of their regular videos. to try to get YouTube's trying to get people to sign up for memberships. So they're recommending nothing but members only. And Linus Tech Tip said the other day in a video, "Oh, we're ending our memberships because of it, because we want people to be able to see our regular videos." And but if you go to his channel, you can still join it. The join button's still there, and you click on it, and the memberships are still there.
Right, Brenda, I forgot about Tampa.
And he said that like 3-4 days ago.
And yes, Joel, there is another 3 months to go yet.
I've noticed that a lot though too. Like a lot of channels I watch, like I go to my recommended feed, it's nothing but members only videos.
There's Laura. There's Laura's video, Justin.
Yeah,
My body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, boy. To my body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, boy.
oh my god. Yes, that is me, Jim.
Laura did that.
Oi!
That was from a picture. Okay, Paul, take it off.
I did, didn't I?
Don't know why, but Laura's giggling like shit in the other room.
She liked it.
Yeah, but that picture I made.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that picture he made like what? It was like a year ago.
Oh, it's
A while
more than
back.
that. It's a couple of years ago now. But it keeps resurfacing in the TikTok community where Justin gets bullied every day.
And I don't really give a shit, to be
And
honest.
he's not even part of it.
Find out I'm like super famous on TikTok.
Yeah. You're famous and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, I think some of these channels are afraid to take their memberships down, even though they said they were going to, because it's making them tons of money. I mean, when you got a big ass channel like Linus, he's probably got over 1,000 members easy, if not more than that. That's just guessing.
Yeah, but if you're gonna come out with a bullshit and say you're gonna do it, do it.
Watch YouTube probably prevented them from taking it down. They're like, nope, you're not getting rid of it.
Don't think they can they?
I don't know. YouTube, I have no idea, to be honest.
I've been telling YouTube where to go and stick it.
No, only one of the channels that I watch has actually removed his memberships that I saw on his page. And then he took
Oh.
his members only content that he has, and he's going to be slowly releasing it for everybody over the course of the next year.
I don't even know what everyone's going on about because mine's still normal content. Although I did have a row with Google on the phone last week and told them where they can shove the fucking stupid AI and all that bullshit.
But I've noticed it on my page. I noticed it like a week before they made the videos about it. That there was a lot of members only content. And then there was a couple of live streams I was watching, right, that were supposed to be members only live streams. And they started off the live stream as a regular live stream, and then they went to go move it into members only in midstream or whatever when they actually started up what they were doing. And it didn't kick me out even though I was a member. I was still able to watch the live stream. But if I went to my computer and tried to go to the live stream on my computer, it said I had to be a member to watch it. So something glitched out. It happened to 2 different live streams I was watching. But they both happened on my phone, so I don't know if there's something weird with the cell phones where it causes some kind of glitch if they're doing that. And then apparently, a couple channels also said that people were able to view their members only live or their members only videos without being a membership. So then maybe that's what happened with me.
YouTube are making a lot of changes lately, and none of them are for the good.
Well, they're always changing shit all the time, and there's always these weird glitches and weird shit that goes on. I mean, this is not nothing new. They constantly are doing that shit.
Well, I don't know. If you actually look at some of the changes, they're getting worse.
Hey, now, Boone.
Hey, did you want me to go and get meal deals or not?
Oh,
No.
But I did notice on both of those live streams, I was able to view. I could not go into the chat at all. The chat would not come up, no matter how much I tried to get it to come up.
Yeah, Skyfly, I agree.
They had the chat grayed out. That's for every freaking company these days, Warren.
everyone's going to try and cash in on this streaming thing, and the bubble is going to burst.
I'm waiting for the day Amazon decides to stop funding Twitch. I wonder how many more years they're going to go paying a bunch of losses. Yeah, but they keep paying a couple hundred, like $200 to $400 million in losses every year to keep it on the internet. Because they haven't actually made a profit since they started.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that.
But we'll see. I'm just curious if they're going to keep doing it, or eventually they're just going to be like, all right, we spent too much money on this.
JD.
For every penny they lose on that, they can write it off somewhere else.
But I know that they're starting to implement more ads and shit on Twitch now too, so I think they're trying to offset it a little bit.
Well, they got to make it look like they're doing something about it, but fuck you, Bamboo. Yeah, this streaming malarkey is going to burst big time.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube's biggest problem is they don't own the content that they're trying to how do you put it? Put out there. They don't own it, so they can't technically force people into this streaming shit. You said how much YouTube Premium is now, Justin?
Nah, I looked at it.
27 quid over here.
For
What?
YouTube Premium?
When did
Yeah.
that go up? It was only 17.
17 for the basic, 27 for the family plan.
All right.
I don't use the family plan.
We used to use the family plan because it's easy to just chuck Laura on there as well. And
Yeah, it's cheaper than 2 singles. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm paying $13.99 a month for
yeah,
the
and then they want
regular.
18 quid for the AI shit, which doesn't fucking work. And if you cancel a service now, they punish you. Wankers.
But like I said too, out of all the apps that I actually pay memberships for, that's the one I get the most for my money. Because I just don't like watching fucking ads. The ads are fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that folks. He wants you to watch his videos with all his ads to make him money, but he doesn't like them ads.
Yeah, most of the people in here don't watch my videos anyway. Dusty's is like one of the few that's like around all the time.
I watch them, don't comment on them. I don't get no choice but to watch them. YouTube's algorithm goes, you need to see this wanker. Doof.
Well, and I'm only assuming that because if they obviously don't comment if they watch them neither. So
Oh, what are you doing? What do you want? Go and tell mummy. Go to mummy and say, oi, food bitch. Come on, go tell her. Say, food bitch.
It's warmed up a little bit again, hasn't it? 16 degrees.
Fucking summit. Right. Add a pause in there. Right, okay.
what
Then we go to green.
fucking weird shit is that?
Green, 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 green. I was going to say there should be some windows in this. Add a pause in here. And we're going to go.
I had to make myself some breakfast, a breakfast bowl.
Where's mine?
It's on the way.
Cool.
UPS says it should be there by next Monday.
It's gonna be soggy as shit. Ow.
What's actually in that breakfast bowl, Bob?
Ice cream.
Bacon, ham, cheese.
Boston cream.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
Hmm. And slice.
You'd like it, David, because it's got eggs, bacon, cheese, ham.
Oh yeah, they're all my staple diet. You know, as a vegetarian, that's everything I eat. Wake up every morning, think, yeah, time for an egg, bit of bacon. Go in the fridge, get the corn out.
So weird. Somebody tried to friend request me on Discord. Somebody I know off of one of the servers, but when I try to accept it, it says the username is incorrect. I don't know what the fuck that means. It says check to see if the username is correct. What does that have to do with accepting a request?
It might be that they sent your request and then deleted their account. Might have been a scam.
No, I know the person. I've played with them in the server before. It's
Pinky
them.
bastard.
I just don't know why it's doing it. I'll have to look it up and see if I can figure out what that error is. I just message them and say, hey, I ain't trying to ignore you, but it won't let me accept it. So
You might have sent too many requests out as well.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna kill that bird. Bluey, you are starting to do my freaking head in.
So it could be a problem on their end too, right?
I don't know. I've never seen that error come up before in Discord. Never had that problem before. I'm not sure what that is. Let me look that up.
Yeah, you got to pay a subscription now to add people.
You do?
It won't be long. You want friends on Facebook? Pay us.
That was in the top search of Google.
I really do think Pickle went to Laura and went, food bitch.
Is that what he's hunting looking for food?
He's got food. But he wants unhealthy food.
Oh, like eggs and bacon?
Yeah, and chips.
Okay, so it says either user has blocked you, user has changed privacy settings, or there's a temporary glitch. That's the three reasons they're given.
Yeah, he should have seen it last night. I refused to let him have any of my dinner because it had onions and they're bad for birds. And the evils, for an hour, even after I finished, he just sat there and gave me the evils. Oh, not to bamboo. You know, supports are not meant to be fucking part of the fucking project. Jeez, shitty Christy now.
Yeah, that happens all the time with the YouTube notifications there, Joel.
You know what pisses me off about YouTube notifications? When Paul Murray goes live at 3 in the morning and you click it and he's not live because he went live at fucking 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I had a problem with Paul's channel for a while where I wasn't getting them until about an hour after he ended it.
Yeah.
But I already was pretty much on, a normal clock with his show, so it didn't really affect me. But I always noticed it would come in about an hour after he ended it. I'd get a notification.
Yeah, we're getting it like 3 hours.
And YouTube's still doing that shit where they're recommending your own videos to you.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck they're doing that. That doesn't make any sense.
No, Paul's notification came through on time this morning to me. Well, this afternoon.
Came in as usual.
No, actually, it's unusual that I get the notification in time.
Oh, really?
The usual thing is that you don't get it.
What's up, Jody?
I reckon Paul actually sits there and he thinks, 3 a.m. in the morning in the UK. Go live. Delete it quick. Walk the bastards up.
Hey, did you see that TJ shaved his mustache off yesterday?
No.
Oh, I'll show you the post. Let me go to Facebook real quick.
Is this a for real post or is this a?
No, he did it for that charity thing he said he was going to do. Here you go. I'll show it to you. He shaved it off.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then.
But well done, TJ. Well done, TJ.
Where? Oh, where's my frickin'?
Well, no, can you stop sharing so I don't hear my voice back?
Oh, here. And then I made this video of him.
Dirty Sanchez off my lip. Tell all the women. I finally got that dirty Sanchez off my lip. Tell all the women. I finally.
That's funny.
Well, when TJ comes on the live, kick him off, tell him it's not him. Doesn't look like TJ.
You giggle like TJ, but you don't look like TJ.
Actually, I'm disappointed now. We've lost our Chuckle brother.
Yep.
You guys won't know what a Chuckle brother is, but
He took his mid-morning nap after getting up an hour ago. So he said in the chat earlier. So I'm going to go take my mid-morning nap.
Well, how much money did he raise shaving off his mustache?
He didn't specify in the
Probably
I
a
don't-
dollar or two.
I have no idea because he didn't specify. He said he played a game of rock, paper, scissors, lost. I'm not sure how much they donated. I don't think he said. Let me double check. He said, so I ended up losing a game of rock, paper, scissors on a live stream last night, so I had to shave my mustache. But it was for a good cause anyway. It was a charity live stream. It was good to, I was a good sport about it. Don't worry, Luigi will come back soon. But he doesn't say anything about like what he did it for. I don't even know whose live stream it was.
Yeah, I don't either.
He should have went in more detail on his description of the picture. Like whose live stream it was, how much did he raise?
That's not TJ, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, once Laura puts the money from TikTok onto my charity event, I'll be £130 away from having to wear them darn heels.
I thought you were only 120 away yesterday.
No, 150.
Almost the same too. See how much.
But we got somebody that says she's going to put some money on Monday, on Wednesday. So
Push you over the top.
no, I'm taking it down when it gets to like £10 short.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I can. I've got trainers. Them pink trainers Laura bought, I put them on, and because they got platform base, they are really comfortable to wear. Right, here we go. Let's go into support. What we're doing. Oh, we're doing this shit again. Tree.
David, do you remember this game?
Yesterday,
not a frustration.
Do you remember that game?
No.
No.
I know you wouldn't, Paul, because you don't play games. That was Duck Hunt on Nintendo, and he had the gun, and it had the little dog that would come up and laugh at you, and you'd miss him. It's like one of the most classic Nintendo games.
Yeah, I was never Nintendo. Never been a game player.
That game was a little bit of a technological leap back in the day with the whole gun setup and everything.
What was the first game that was out?
Pong was the very first game ever made.
Yep, Pong. But then after that, somebody came out with a computer that had a game on it. Was it Apple?
Oh,
Probably
My-
Commodore or something.
Atari.
Atari.
Oh, you're talking about game systems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been Atari.
Yeah, Atari and then Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah, Atari had Pong and all that shit on it.
Yeah, and Breakout.
Like I said, you can still buy Ataris. There's quite a few available on eBay at any given time. For anybody looking to collect one.
Do they get pretty good money for them?
It depends on what model it is, because there's a crap ton of different models. Some like your most basic Atari, you can easily get $80 to $130 for. It's in good condition. But then there's some models that can go for like $400 or $500. It just depends.
Jim says he's flying today.
Donald's got a whole freaking box full of Atari shit.
Oh,
He
really?
showed it, he showed it on my live stream one night because
Yeah.
Sean wanted to see it because Sean collects gaming systems and he had a whole bunch of the paddles and everything. I need to go over and see if that one game store's still open near me. I haven't been by there in a while. I'm not sure if they're still
You got a
open.
game store locally?
Yeah, it's a mom and pop one. It was there. I got to go back by there and see if it's there. I haven't been in that area in a while.
Well, you should be able to look it up online and see if they're there, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
And not all mom and pop stores necessarily use Google to advertise their businesses neither. Sometimes Google won't even know a business is somewhere unless, you know, the owners are using it.
what city was it in?
It's in my town. It's just I haven't been over in that part of town in a while.
Okay.
But they had 2 Nintendo gloves over there for sale. One was open, and then the guy had a Nintendo glove in its original box unopened in a glass case up on the wall. But he said that one wasn't for sale. He said he wouldn't sell that to nobody. Those are like one of the biggest flops that Nintendo had, but it's like one of the most sought out, like holy grails of Nintendo equipment. Those Nintendo gloves can go for quite a bit of money. But the one the guy had at that game store was unopened. That box was pristine. I mean, that thing was nice. He's got a very good one. If he ever decided to sell it, he probably could get, I don't even know how much they're worth.
Hey, Justin, you can't
What?
Fortnite or GTA on the Meta, can you?
You know, I have seen some people do GTA lives on through the VR, but I don't know how the fuck they did that, to be honest. Because I don't have one, so I've never tried to do it, so I'm not entirely sure on how you go about doing it. I'm probably pretty sure they probably plugged it into a computer and did it through that way. Probably using the computer to run the game. Somehow connected it. I'm not entirely sure, but I have seen 2 different creators that did a live GTA online stream using them. God, I remember playing NASCAR back in the day. What was the first one? Was it NASCAR? Was it NASCAR 98? Was the first one, I think? Let me look it up. I remember my uncles were obsessed with that game, man. My uncle bought 2 of the wheels and actually built 2 custom chairs out of old office chairs. They were matching and put these whole slide things in there where you'd slide into it and the pedals were hooked to a metal plate at the bottom and everything. They'd sit there for hours racing. It was on PS1. That they used to play it on. Oh, wow. They actually had a first NASCAR video game was released in 1984 on the Commodore 64 and Atari 8-bit system. I did not know that. Because I don't remember it until it was on the PS1.
I remember playing Dungeons and Dragons on the Atari 64, on the Commodore 64.
Okay, so yeah, the one that I remember was NASCAR '98. That was on PS1. That was the ones my uncle used to play all the time.
You ever
I didn't
played
know
Dungeons
they.
and Dragons, Justin?
No, I've never played it.
Go north. Open door. Rah! Shut door.
No, I never played that game.
Bamboo, you're starting to piss me off now.
Remember that stupid ski game that every Windows computer had back in the day?
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
the
still,
little thing.
yeah, you'd ski down the hill, and then the abominable snowman would eat you when you got to the bottom. Then you had Minesweeper was one that was a normal one on there. That was always on most of the computers back in the day. That game, I never liked that game. I didn't really ever play it. I used to play the ski game all the time. I was little.
Yeah. When we was at college, we played the first network game. You could only play it on your local network. And we used to go on, it used to be called NL Snipes. And we was going around, all you were 2 letters going around the maze shooting the shit out of people. And you'd be sat there, playing it really quiet and, get away with this. And then you just hear the teacher go, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Because the teacher was playing it as well.
Do you guys remember? I don't remember the original Commodore computer was about this big and just a keyboard.
Yeah, that would have been the 16. wouldn't it?
Yeah. What did that have games on it? Because I had one of those.
Yeah, I used to have a Commodore like a laptop. The keyboard it had a little monitor, lift up monitor, and then you would shut that down, and then you fold the keyboard over, and it turned into a carrier case. That was an awesome little device. Used to play golf on it.
Nothing like an old school 80-pound laptop to lug around.
Yeah,
No,
that's why they call them luggables.
yeah, but it was great. You playing golf, and you'd hit the ball, and all you'd hear is, "Looks like he hit the tree, Jim."
That's right, it did. I remember that.
Yeah. No doubt about it. That's deep in the sand trap. It had proper sounds and everything. Like you land in the water, you go, "Bloop." Ah.
Yeah, you'd hear the crowd go,
That was back in the 80s.
Yeah, but computer games didn't really improve a whole lot between the 80s and like mid 90s.
Well, it was early
Not,
90s
not,
it started improving because that's when you had the first PCs were coming out.
Yeah, the Amstrads.
but that was also a really bad time for the video game market too. And then Nintendo kind of revitalized the gaming industry for a little while there when they released the Nintendo.
I'm just about to go and swear at my printer. I'll be back.
A lot of people don't realize Atari's still around. They do make games. They're just not into consoles anymore. Then you had Sega started coming out on the scene, and now they're owned by Nintendo now. They bought them out a while back.
Hmm.
So now you see all the Sega characters on Nintendo games now. See like Sonic versus Mario, shit like that. remember the Sega Dreamcast. I had one of those.
That's
Played
what I
tag.
have right there.
What, you have to buy a monitor separate, or there's just no monitor?
No monitor.
What the fuck did you do with it?
Hook it up to your TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you hooked it up to the TV.
Yeah, and a cassette player with the games on it.
Yeah, it looks like a serial port, which looks like an old school looks like a VGA almost.
Yeah, you remember the old Spectrum tape decks?
Oh,
used
it
to
was like,
I used to have one of them.
so that was similar to the computer that fucking what's his name was using in Vacation, when he had it hooked to the TV and he was trying to show the route they were going to take
Yep.
across the country.
Mm.
Yeah. So what did it hook up through coax, or was it?
Yeah,
the-
coax.
So you had some kind of adapter that went into your coax. So.
Yep.
No, you just plug it straight in. It'd be like
Looks
Just
looks
like
like the
the
keys
aerial.
missing there. The
yeah,
number.
you ain't gonna pick one of them up in the local hardware store.
Yeah, well, they're selling it as parts only, pretty much, because they
Yeah.
didn't even test it to see if it worked.
The big D-type connector on to plug a dot matrix printer into.
Oh, you remember?
I remember we had those at my dad's garages. They had the little holes on the edges of them.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking loud ass printers, man.
Yep.
And then if you print out like a month's worth of fucking business paperwork, you had to sit there for 30 minutes fucking ripping the edges off of them.
Yeah.
I used to do that for my grandma all the time because she used to do all the bookkeeping for my dad's businesses, and she did bookkeeping for a few other businesses too. That's what she
Yeah, but the
was,
worst bit was when you got halfway through the print and your ink ribbon run out.
Mm.
So she always had me sitting there tearing off the edges for her on all the papers. Oh,
Yeah.
there's TJ back from his nap.
And the A3 paper had green lines all the way across it.
This one looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's only $49.99.
Mhm.
It's bids though.
Yeah, and they got the original box for it. Although it's beat to
Original
hell,
box,
but still.
instruction information. Yep.
I said, although that box is beat to hell, it's still pretty cool that they got the original box and styrofoam and everything for it. It's pretty cool. 16K RAM cartridge. Ooh, boy, they were doing big things back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you remember the
My TI.
ZX8, ZX81 only had a 16K.
They started off with 8.
Dude, could you imagine like taking like one of our modern PCs back to like going back in time and showing up at like IBM with it? And be like, you can bitches ain't got nothing. Look at my shit. Slam it down on the table. Then you'd fucking freak them the fuck out. They'd be like, what the hell is this? You just turning it on with Amaze when you turn it on and it just starts up in like 5 seconds. Main screen, boom.
Can you imagine them trying to make them believe that a Raspberry Pi was actually a fully blown computer?
Oh, I know, right? I could take my Raspberry Pi 3 back there. Be like, this little computer has more than the one that's the size of your fucking building over here. God, that'd be so cool to be able to do that, though. Dude, you could like charge them a ridiculous amount and become super rich real quick too. Be like, I'll let you reverse engineer it, but you know, you're gonna pay me. walk out of IBM with like fucking crazy ass amount of money back in like the 70s and 80s, like $100 million or something.
Yeah,
Just leave it
but
with
then
them.
you come back to the modern day era and you'd have a massive statue of you, which is great, but it'll all be graffiti like, this bastard brought AI to us, that wanker.
Yeah. Instead of AI taking over in the late 20th century, it took over in 1992.
Oh, there's a guy put a comment, a post on Facebook today. What's the best programming language to start off with? And after the way he wrote it, I put in the comments, English.
Honestly, there's almost no
I don't
point
think
in
they even
learning.
use the language I learned on. I use COBOL.
COBOL's probably one of them.
I mean, there's almost
It's still going.
Yeah.
Point in learning. But what I'm saying is there's almost no point in learning coding anymore because AI is already doing that. Jason literally used ChatGPT to code that one shit for him for his heart monitor on his game. Like eventually, yeah, AI is gonna be doing all the computer coding. Granted, there's still gonna have to be a small handful of people out there that understand what it's doing, but that job market's gonna shrink quite significantly because there's no point in having a whole building of people in there coding all day building a fucking game or something when a computer could do it in 30 minutes. But then you just have to have one or two people working in there to go in and tweak it, and if there's anything they don't like about it.
Here comes TJ.
But you're gonna go from having 100 developers in your
Oh,
building.
Paul,
down
you're
to
calling
maybe
it, yeah?
one or two.
We'll see you later this evening.
And that's not TJ. That's not TJ.
I feel naked. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I told Dominic, I said, you're the one that said that Dirty Sanchez was off your lip. It was out of your mouth, man.
That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny that you posted on Facebook. That was hilarious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How much did you raise, TJ?
So how much money did you make for doing that?
What the hell? He raised damn, I forgot. I have to go back and look.
What charity
was it more than $1?
Yeah, definitely way more than $1. Let me see.
TJ, I'll pay you $5 to shave your bollocks and show them justice. I don't want to see it.
He showed it like right at the end of his stream.
Who was streaming?
It was Jason from JJ's Lifted Horizons last night.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what organization was it?
It was it was a charity for it was something for like the war vets and stuff, and he was auctioning off a quilt. He auctioned off a Mavic 3 Classic. He auctioned off, let's see, what else was it? Like some vintage.
I hope you took a minimum bid on that Mavic 3. Somebody didn't get
I didn't bid on anything, man. I was going to, but
I'm saying I hope he put a minimum bid that they had to reach.
Oh, yeah. He started off at like $500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that one of his drones or was that donated?
No, it was a used one, but it was a really good drone though. I think he's only flown it like once or twice.
But it was his, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Why didn't they do it next month when Veterans Day actually is?
I don't know. I guess they just, because he does his shows like every Sunday, so because Like he just decided to do it that day since he
I
does.
know,
his
that
show.
would have been perfect next month because Veterans Day was on a Tuesday, so he could have done it that Sunday.
Yeah, but then nobody would have been able to join because
Well,
everybody's
he still might
everyone-
do it.
well, everybody's schedule is different, so it's kind of hard to get everybody to be on the panel on a weekday. Because he's a
So
truck
what is-
driver. He's a truck driver, so he goes around and delivers goods all over the place.
So
And
did you save it on live stream?
yeah, you have to go.
Okay.
You have to go back and watch it and see.
Well, you got to put the link in the chat so people can go to
I-
his channel.
I don't know. I could just type in his channel name is all.
DJ just doesn't want us all to go and see it.
Yeah.
Did you have to shave it off on the live stream or?
Yeah, it was definitely live last night.
No, I mean you actually did the shaving while you were on the
Yeah.
panel.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I sat in my garage so I wouldn't get hair all over the place inside.
Now, what did you use to shave it?
Just like a trimmer.
Oh, okay.
So does
Yeah.
the beard, does curtains match the drapes or what?
TJ's, the fact that you used a little little razor, little shaver, I want to pay you a pen.
Well, the thing of it is I appreciate it because he's not playing with his mustache. He's rubbing his chin, but that's it.
Yeah.
Well, but never mind that, TJ. I want to pay you a penny. I would have wanted you to sit there and pick each hair out one at a time, going, doink, doink.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, just like stick it back in.
David's a little bit sadistic.
Yeah, that's fucking hell no, dude. I've had a
Listen, I have to put up with my birds doing it to me.
You've
Well,
had to do a
TJ,
lot.
you've been self-inflicted.
You've had to put up a lot with the birds.
Yeah.
Dude, one fucking animal grabbed my damn upper lip and ripped the hair out. Oh, dude, they better run.
It would have been over.
Oh,
It doesn't
dude,
hurt.
no, fuck that. I've had my beard and my mustache get caught and shit before.
Dude,
It
that
happened to
doesn't
me.
feel
A matter of
good at
fact, it
all.
happened to me the other day. I went to go put my ID on, and the chain I have, or I put it around my neck. I was putting it over, and it ripped one of my damn mustache hairs out, and the shit hurt.
Skyfly wants to know how much he got for the Mavic 3.
Well, it started off at 500, and then I think somebody did 650. I think.
Hold on, he only got $650.
That's a Flymore kit?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, but it was originally it cost
About 1,500.
yeah, but he did it for like really cheap.
And you didn't bid on it.
No, I was going to, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
You blew it. That's all you got to say. I blew it.
Yeah, I blew. I didn't bid on anything at all last night. I mean, there were a couple of things I wanted to bid on, but I just didn't do it.
Yeah, 650 ain't much at all. I figured he would have hit at least 1,000.
There was this one guy, Chris. He goes by Shade Tree America, and he had these boo bucks from Wendy's. I guess they were giving those away when you order stuff. They have like a stack of them you could just take or whatever. But we did a couple of giveaways, and how you had to do that was you had to answer a couple of questions about like what drone Jason
Hey, TJ. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but tell him what you did. This is a friend of mine.
Oh, I shaved my mustache off on a live stream last
No,
night.
this is Skip Miller's on the phone with you right now. Skip, what did you buy last night?
I got the Flymore kit, the Maverick 3 for $500
With a
Oh,
hard
nice.
case
with the hard case.
Oh, that's
From where?
cool.
on that auction. He bought it.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you're the guy that was in the chat last night.
Yep. Skip
Oh,
Miller.
okay.
No, TJ. He was one of the guys.
Okay. Because we were asking Jason if he's ever met him before, and he said no.
Hey, he must have had a bunch of broke asses in the chat.
Well, Skip's not going to pass up a great deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the minimum bid was
Where-
500.
Where does he
That means
does
nobody
Once
bid
he
on
got it for the minimum bid, nobody else bid anything.
So does he live near you?
And
I was waiting for
TJ, he's shipping it to him free.
But wait, he doesn't have to. Oh yeah, because he wait. Did he made the payment already though, right?
Yep.
I know he's shipping it for free, but he made the payment
paid
for
the-
And free
500.
shipping? Ah,
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
He got hosed, bro.
uh,
Good job, Skip.
so, yeah. Does Skip live near? Does Skip live near you, Paul?
now.
You're on your way. He's on his way to go get it right now.
Oh, nice. I thought it was going to take a couple of weeks because Jason's traveling right now.
He might be worse in Skip's area. That might be why.
Who knows? Hey, Skip, I'll call you back.
Okay, bye.
So does he live near you?
I don't know. He said he's on his way. I don't know if he's going to the bank or whatever. But
No. Does Skip live near you within
he lives
proximity?
west of me, west of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he must have been watching and he heard us talking about it and he called me up and says, "I'm the one that got it."
That's awesome.
$500 Flymore kit and in excellent condition, and he got the hard case with it.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
That's a price.
That's a great price.
Yeah, I wanted to bid on it so bad, but I didn't know if I don't know.
I don't know. I wanted it, but I don't know.
I was second guessing myself, I guess.
Well, Skip's glad you came in second.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's a real person because
Yeah.
I don't think any of us knew if he was real or not.
Oh yeah,
And Jason was afraid that like he wasn't going to get the money or whatever.
that's my good friend Skip Miller. He lives west of town, and we all call him Skippy, but yeah, Skip Miller.
Now, have y'all like met up with each other in real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Skip's been around Paul's live stream. For
Yep,
actually
he's been around.
Oh, I've never seen him in the chat.
He's been in the chat before.
Yep.
Oh, maybe I've seen him. Just really haven't paid much attention.
So anyway, he got a great buy.
That's pretty awesome.
It is.
I'd go ahead and flip it and put that charity in my pocket. He could easily get. How much you think he could get for that if you flipped it?
12 to
About
1,500, I think.
Yeah, I'd be flipping that, bro. I'd be tripling or doubling my money of what I originally paid.
That's the same drone that Dominic's got.
Yeah, Skip. There's Skip in his chat. Skip Miller. Yeah.
Yep.
Trying to get to the point where TJ shaved his mustache off. Oh, you did it in the garage?
Yeah. I hear Laura laughing in the background.
Yeah, because Pickle just went, "What the fuck you doing?"
What is he a actual drone channel?
Oh,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
okay, I was gonna say because I don't recognize anybody in his chat except for Dan, droning veteran. Obviously, Skip.
Yeah, there's
And
like his,
everybody that's on this panel are like other truckers. That's what I
yeah,
was asking.
his mom and dad come in the chat sometimes. Well, his stepdad, but or no, it's his stepmom, and his dad actually comes in the chat, and then there's just a bunch of other people. I think
his dad drives a truck too, doesn't he? Or used to.
Yeah, I think his dad does.
I'd go ahead and sell that thing before that FCC thing happens.
I
People
think
are getting nervous about that shit.
Chris Wedgeworth has been in his chat a few times.
Yeah, they're getting nervous about that FCC thing because apparently with this government shutdown, it's getting down to the wire now.
Yeah, have you seen Russ doing his well, it wasn't a stream, it was just a post the other night. He says it's amazing that, yeah, all right, they're going to ban DJI, but we've got 5 different companies brought out drones which are obviously DJI drones under a different name.
Yeah, but
so they're working their way around it because they're banning DJI as a company, not the actual DJI products. They're banning DJI company. So anybody using a drone, the DJI stuff to build another drone, isn't going to have a problem.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, is they're already talking about the FCC's already talking about, apparently from the article I read last night, they're talking about pulling old licenses now, too. So that's the thing is those drones, if they decide to try to work their way around it, when the FCC finds out, they might not even approve them for it. But the article I was reading yesterday, I got to go find it, but they was talking about something about pulling old licensing, which they can do. Just because they approve it don't mean they can't go back and overturn it. That's one thing people don't fail to realize. They think once the FCC approves it, it's like set in stone forever. No, they can go back in and pull the license back if they want.
I think they'll get a lot of...
I think there's gonna be a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
It's not going to go... It's not going to be as good for America as they think.
I don't think it's going to be that big of a backlash because the community's fucking tiny.
No. We're not talking about the drone community themselves. We're talking about the business community. You're going to get companies that think, well, wait up a minute. Why would we want to deal with America if they can just do this at a whim? Nah, you're okay. Thanks. Bye.
What are you talking about? There's already like 400 Chinese companies on that list that have been banned already. This has been happening for the last 8 years.
Yeah, but they're getting to the bigger names now.
They banned Huawei. That was a big ass name.
Yeah, but back then, people was new to all this banning shit. You know, everyone was like, oh, yeah, it's China spying. Yeah. You ain't getting that with the drones or the microphones or the cameras. Yeah?
Yeah, but DJI is not that big of a company.
Bigger than you think.
They're worth like 12 billion. That's nothing. That's a tiny company by today's standards. That's small.
12 billion is not a tiny company.
What are you talking about? Like Google, let's just say Google, Walmart, Amazon. They could spend 12 billion in a day and not think twice about it.
Yeah, but they're different.
Trust me, that's a tiny
they're different companies.
Yes, but that is a tiny company on the grand scheme of companies. International companies. That is a very tiny company.
The point is, once you start banning recognizable names that are big across the world, A Huawei was only big in Europe and the United States at the time, right? Once you start banning big companies like DJI that are affecting the consumer, a Huawei has not been banned completely, right? You can still get a Huawei phones, right?
Yeah, but they won't.
It's
Well,
just
they
been
won't
banned.
work on.
They've been banned from putting their 5G technology in into the infrastructure. That's
Yeah,
what.
they won't. They won't work over here though.
But once you
Unless
start
it's
banning
free.
big companies like DJI that consumers are mass using now, that's where people are going to be like, "Oh, wait up a minute. Why do I want to do business if you're going to attack all my customers?" A
But
Huawei
that's
was
my whole
small.
point.
A
But that's my
Huawei was
whole.
small in the mobile phone market compared to, say, Nokia at the time.
Yeah, but my whole point is that consumer market isn't very big.
It's big enough.
You know, no, it's not.
Yes, it is. You're not just talking
Less-
about drones, though, are you? You're talking about your
less-
cameras, your microphones.
Less than 1% of the
Hey.
populations fly drones in the U.S. Less than 1%.
We're not talking about just drones, though, are we? You're talking about the whole company. You're talking about the microphones, the cameras, the gimbals, the whole shebang.
Vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Once you start
E-bike.
banning,
There's plenty of
Yeah.
other companies that make gimbals and cameras. That are,
but the point is, once you start banning a company that a lot of people use their products, right? We're not talking 1% now, right? You're talking not just your drone flights, you're talking about just general streamers now are being dragged in, right? You're talking about, businesses, police forces are being dragged in.
yeah, but
Yeah,
this is what
gonna
it's
be
going to
quite
do.
worth people.
Like everything else these days, people will bitch for a week or two, then they'll move on, and they won't care anymore. That's the way everything is these days. People bitch and then they move on because the world moves that fast these days.
Well, they'll move on, but like I said, you're talking about businesses that will be like looking at this in the grand scheme. You're not just talking about DJI, are you now? You're talking about all the tariffs,
Well-
and the anti-China. Companies are going to go, we don't want to be part of this. See you later. Right? You've already got car manufacturers that are going, nah, see ya.
We haven't lost any
pulling out
car
of the US.
manufacturers. No, we haven't. We've had them actually come into the U.S. Honda and Toyota and all them have been investing more here now.
Excuse me. Haven't they just closed down 2 factories in Detroit and moved them over to Canada?
I have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
think that was Ford that did it.
Ford's had plants in Canada for a long time.
Yes, but the tariffs are starting to kick in and people are starting to
Well,
move.
exactly. So why would you move your company out of the United States, being an American company, to cost
Because
you more in
your
tariffs?
market in the grand scheme of the world is small.
What?
Right?
You understand global economics at all?
Yes,
that doesn't
I
make
do.
any sense.
But wait up.
We're-
So what are you saying is Ford's
We're
Ford's market?
24% of the global economy. What are you talking about?
You're 24% of the global market, not in cars.
No,
right?
we are 24% in the global economy.
It doesn't matter. That's 24% compared to the other 76%.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Why would an American
The
company?
world has not moved along with you on this tariff war.
Yeah, they have.
Who's come along with you?
Taiwan just invested what, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. Saudi Arabia invested billions of dollars.
But they're doing that
hundreds of
over here.
billions. No, they're buying stuff from the U.S. And Nvidia's in Taiwan setting up a bunch of chip manufacturing over here. We've had almost $10 trillion
as well.
We're up to almost $10 trillion in investments from foreign countries. How is that not? That's nothing to scoff at by any means. But you're making it sound like we've lost $10 trillion.
No,
That's the
I'm saying
opposite.
in the global scheme of things, you're not as big as you think. Right?
I mean, you can
Say
think that
to,
all you
say
want.
to Ford, you say to Ford, right? You're 10% of their global customer base because Ford is not very big in America anymore compared to the other brands, right? Why would they not up sticks and move their manufacturing out of America, where they can just go, right? We're just going to build them in Mexico and in Canada, and they build them there. They're not having to transport parts back in and forth, paying extra tariffs every time they move them.
I'm saying, but why would Ford do that? That makes no sense because their biggest market is the United States. Why would you move your company out into another country just to pay high tariffs to get the vehicles back in the country? That makes no sense.
No. It's in the way the global market in the car industry works, right? Your engines are made in that country, your gearboxes are made in that country, and you keep moving your car back and forth because it was cheaper to do it that way. Now, when you've got them tariffs on, they can't go, right, we're gonna build the car in the US, but we're gonna import all the parts from elsewhere because them parts coming in have tariffs. That's going to push the price of that car up, and people are going to say, "I'm not paying that. Back off." It'd be cheaper to move the car production out of the US, make it in Canada, and then transfer the car back into the US with one tariff compared to like 50, 60 tariffs. Cars don't get made in one factory anymore. They're made everywhere. You know, your car has probably been to more countries than you have.
That's not how they do it.
But it is how they do it.
No, they don't. They ship all the parts to a factory and they assemble it all in one spot.
No, they don't.
Dude, I know for a fact they do that. I know
don't.
people that work in the auto industry. That's exactly how they do it.
Right, we have a Vico down the road here, right? Every day, 30 to 40 lorries just carrying cabs. That's it. That's all they bring in. You see them come in. The cabs come in. Done. End of the day,
Have you ever seen
lorries
a Ford
are
or
going back
Chevy?
out with half-built cabs. Right?
Okay.
They go off somewhere. Then they come back and in a white shell, and then they come back out with the wheels on them, and they're all painted blue, and they're ready to go.
Have you ever seen a Ford or Honda or Chevy line that assembles cars? They start off at the frame. By the time they get to the end, it's finished. And 90% of it's robotics. It's just robot arms putting all the parts together. All the parts are there in the factory. Each station is a different parts area. That's how they do it. It was literally Ford was the one that came up with that whole concept back in the day. Henry Ford was
there you
crowned
go.
for making
Right.
up that.
Quick Google search. Do Ford build cars in one factory? No, Ford does not build cars in just one factory. They have a number of plants around the world that produce different vehicles and different components. Different models are manufactured in different locations. Different parts are simultaneously transported around to where they're needed, and it's cheaper to put cars together in Germany, France, and the US.
You just proved my point.
But that's the point. They move the car.
They have different factories. Yes, they do have different factories that make different cars.
No,
but they don't. They don't half build a car and ship it to another country and build the other half there. That's not how they do it. I'm telling you. You just said it in your statement there.
They move
ship the parts to the factories.
They move the cars to different factories.
That's not what you said. You said they ship the parts to the factories as needed. You just said that.
Different parts and move the parts to different factories, simultaneously moving the cars to where the production is cheapest.
Yeah, that's just moving the whole factory at that point, though.
No, it'd be cheap. When you consider the weight of a gearbox on a car, I think gearboxes are made in Germany. I think that's the vast majority of them. It'd be cheaper to move the car over there and install it there than ship out all them gearboxes with the risk of them being damaged and then lift them into the cars. So, like, say America's cheaper for the metal. It's cheaper to make the car in America. That's why they do it.
I know for a fact, though, David, in America, They don't ship half-built cars anywhere. Now, the parts come from different areas, but once they're into an assembly plant, they assemble the entire vehicle.
From one end to the other. I know 2 people that work for GM.
Yeah, I got
exactly how they
assembly
do it.
plants here in Michigan. I got one in Saginaw, one in Flint.
You have, but they're not going to be there for long. Ford are moving. They've already said.
Well, it's all moot for me because at 73 years old, I'm not buying too many new cars, you know? Besides that, with all this upgrading and all this different shenanigan stuff they're putting on cars, I don't need it, don't want it. I mean, it's like when they came out, what was that they came out with, David, that they had OnStar? Who gave a shit?
Yeah, OnStar, yeah.
Here, push the button. Hello.
Yeah, but OnStar was good for emergencies, though. And if your car got stolen.
How many emergencies do you ever use?
Well, actually,
hello, I'm stolen. I'm stolen.
Well, Paul.
Find me,
Paul,
please.
Paul.
I mean, you live in a state where stolen cars are a hot item.
But the on-start feature of a vehicle actually came from the bus industry. And it was created, right? You can't take it seriously. Right. The on-start came from the bus industry. And the reason they had it is because if a bus factory caught fire at night, the emergency services can move most of the buses out.
Oh, God.
That's why they have on-start. And you didn't have to transfer keys between people. It's coming to your cars because it's cheaper than making keys.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Oh, God.
Well, you guys are just going to have to agree to disagree. That's all.
Well, like I said, OnStar was good if your car got stolen because they could disable it in mid, while somebody's driving it down the road.
But
it was good for emergency services if you happen to come upon a wreck or you got in a wreck, it would automatically notify 911 for you.
Yeah. If your car got stolen, how would you call OnStar? I mean, your car's already gone.
Well, the OnStar, the person is going to call, are you supposed to be driving that car?
No.
Do you own that car?
That's not how it works. They just sent the code to that car and they shut it off. That's it.
But like, do they
stop.
Oh, I guess it could be like on your phone too. I guess you can have it on your phone too.
Just call OnStar's 1-800 number and tell them your car was stolen.
Yeah, you ring them up. You say my car was stolen. Can I have the registration? You give them the registration. They send out a code instantly to your car, and then your car's going along the road, and that poor fucking person that stole the car ain't going any further.
I wonder how many times that happens with a husband and wife during the divorce. The husband calls up and says, somebody stole my car. Here's the registration number. Blah, 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 blah. Shut it off right side of the road with her with
but
all
that's
the
the
kids.
point, Paul. With everything new we can bring out, it can be abused. You know, air tags. That was a great invention. And then people started abusing it and started using it for the wrong thing. No, we can bring stuff out with good intentions, like AI. It's a good invention. Everyone with good intentions just want to make a stupid video of Justin dancing in high heels.
Yeah, that was a great video,
right? But
that was pretty funny.
But we already know that hackers are now using it to generate code to make hacking easier.
Yeah, but you know what? If you drive an older car, you're not going to get hacked. So buy a new car, and put your ass on the line.
It's the same as everything, Paul. You buy a phone, you're going to be hacked.
I'm driving a 2005 Tahoe, and it's not going to get hacked by anybody.
You think?
No, there's no way to do it. It does not receiving anything.
So it doesn't have it. What year was it built?
2005.
2005.
It doesn't have any internet connection.
No internet connection whatsoever.
I mean, it does have a computer that runs the car, but that's not like what you're thinking computer. Not that type of computer.
There you are. No. If he's got a computer of any sort, it can be hacked.
Only if it's connected to the internet, and it's not.
Right.
In other
These-
words, if a dealer wants to deal with my car, he's got to manually plug in his service computer.
Yeah, I mean,
Inside or outside?
it has to be plugged in the OBD2 sensor or port. I mean,
Opened it, losed it.
you have to physically be in the car to do anything to it.
So you buy one of these new cars, you don't know what you're getting. You know what
Although,
kind of problem you're going to have.
you got a computer. You're arguing your own point here.
I know it.
How many times your computer got
The
broken?
point is, where there's a computer, there's a way of hacking. Where there's a will, there's a way. Now, if you go back at your argument, if you go back a little bit further and just have a full mechanical car, that can't be hacked. Can't forget your password on that one.
Don't have passwords on mine.
Your computer does.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I've got Justin.
No, not that.
No,
computer.
there's
The
really
computer in your
nothing on.
car will have a code, because when you plug that computer, your diagnostics computer in, it will ask for a code.
Oh, they don't ask for codes over here.
No,
It should be doing.
no.
No, you can just plug in the diagnostic computer into any OBD2 port and it will automatically start telling you all the information for the car. But like I said, you physically have to be in the car to do that, though. Because you have to plug it into it.
Okay.
And I
it'll
don't have
give you all
any
the diagnostics
auto unlock
information.
on my car.
Okay, Paul. Now you got a problem. Because if there's no security, if I stole your car and got it to a location and plug in that computer, I can change all the information on that computer. That car is no longer yours. It never was yours.
I've never heard of it.
Except that car is registered in my name to the
It
state.
doesn't matter.
No,
Once
no,
I
hold
put
on,
it into
hold
that
on.
computer, I can change the data in that car, and then it was never yours. The only thing that would link it to you would be your number plates.
David, you're wrong.
But I can change them pretty easy.
They're wrong.
Well, this isn't just a dumb argument anyway, because I've never heard of that happen.
It happens all the time. Where do you think all these cars that get stolen go?
That's because they know how to get rid of the tracking shit on them.
Exactly, how to get rid of all the data.
Yeah, but most of the time, tracking devices in vehicles are separate entities of the vehicle, and a lot of them are plugged in OBD into the ports, and then they'll have a splitter so you can plug a diagnostics computer in there without having to unplug it.
But the point is, if I can get into that computer without any security, without needing a code, I can change all the registration details of that vehicle, right? All I have to do then is change the number plate. Bit of hacking, number plate has been changed, right? So that car is now registered to a new number plate. Please pull it over and go. Where did you get this car from? Bought it from a dealer down the road.
But you still got VIN
Yeah.
numbers in like 7 different places on a car that are stamped into like the frame and
They're pretty easy to
everything
get
else.
up in numbers.
But if a professional
I understand what you're trying to say, David, but it's not working for me because anybody can do anything. So
Exactly.
everybody
That was
in the
what-
world
that
is
was-
screwed.
So you've just proved my point. Yeah. If it's
But
got a computer,
why would anybody
Come on.
screw around with a 2005 Tahoe that's got 300,000 miles on it? They're not.
you reckon?
I know they're not.
Paul, if I took your car, right, that'd be worth more to me than it is to you. If I knew the right people, because it's not about your car value, it's about your parts value.
Mark closed Zoom again.
Yeah. It's the parts value, Paul. Now, you've got a 2005 model, right? And parts are going to be pretty hard to come by, right? So they're going to be worth more now than they were back in the day. That's
Yeah,
the point.
And JD's got a point. None of that stuff's actually stored in the car's computer. The car's computer is literally just to tell the
Just to tell the engine how to
monitor.
fire. Yep.
Yeah, it's not that type of computer necessarily.
It would tell the car. It would have the VIN number all be in there and shit like that. Easy.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It's
store
not
any
on
of
the
that.
computer in the
It's
car.
literally just an operations computer that tells like the fans to turn on a radiator. If the car is misfiring, like it's just there to read sensors. That's it. It's not.
Yeah,
It doesn't really do anything. else.
You can't even hack a license plate because it's already stamped.
You'd have to physically hack the DMV to change that.
Dre, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you guys doing?
You couldn't handle this bullshit we're doing through.
Right. Well, here's one for you, Paul. Any car manufactured after 2004 is a hacker's open invitation.
Okay. Mine is listed as 2005, but it was built in 2004.
Right.
So what's the whole purpose of this conversation? I've been listening for a little bit.
There is no
I'm
purpose.
still
We're
waiting to
just
get to
saying that if
the
it's got a
crux of it.
computer in it, it can be hacked.
David's saying that every car can be hacked by anybody at any time they want to, and they can steal it and sell it.
Okay. So what's
But
the
my whole point, Dre, was the computer doesn't really store your car's personal. A newer car may, like a Tesla or something that's got a lot of shit in it. But I'm saying like Paul's car wouldn't have the plate number and all that information in the computer. The computer's literally just to read the sensors in the motor and to regulate certain things on the motor. That's all it really does. It doesn't really do a whole lot.
And my car, Dre, is a 2005 Tahoe.
Okay, I'll just throw this out there. Back when I was an officer, I came across some software, and I was one of the few officers that had a laptop back there in '95. And that software gave me all the VIN numbers possible, vehicles made in the United States. And it
Right, I
gave
was
me
talking about the license plate.
Well, like I say, the VIN number is the true identification of a vehicle, not a license plate.
That's what I just said. Change the license plate. Your car's not yours anymore. As long as the VIN number can be adopted, VIN number's your car.
JD said you can hack the seat controls and eject the driver.
And like I say, with
Pretty funny.
VIN number is stamped several places on a vehicle. There's a VIN number stamped on the block. There's a VIN number stamped on the transmission. The VIN number up on the dash, and there should be another VIN number on the rear axle.
7 places.
I think there's one on the frame too, isn't there?
Well, yeah, the
Two on
rear
the
axle
frame.
part is probably it might be on the frame. So
Yeah, there's
that's
two
how
on the
we used to
frame.
really determine chop shops, was by being able to identify the VIN number on various areas of any vehicle that we came across that we feel might have had switch plates or even altered VIN numbers, because a lot of times people will miss one of them on the vehicle itself.
There you go.
Well, I was just saying the actual overall functionality of the computer. You could, I guess, turn somebody's seat warmers up and burn their ass.
Yeah, you ain't going to be doing that sort of shit. But the point is, if I stole Paul's car, I could use it for making a lot of money.
And like you were talking about the diagnostic computers, it depends on which level you buy, because you buy a cheap little like $100 one at the parts store, it ain't gonna give you that much information. Now, if you buy like a $3,000 computer from Snap-on,
Yeah, but these hackers are not doing that. They're not buying the cheapy ones. They may be buying the cheapy ones, but now with AI, they're changing the code in that to do shit that it's not meant to do. That's the point.
well, the only thing they're really worried about when they're stealing a car is that whether it has a trackable GPS system in it. And if you're a really experienced car thief that knows what they're doing, you're going to know how to get around that.
Well, do you know what they do over here? They steal them, and within 10 minutes, he's enshrined in a serious metal cage. You know, the old containers. It's in one of them, signals blocked, and then next thing you know, it's in the Port of Dover or Port of Tilbury, and it's gone.
Yeah, that's what they do here. They steal them not to resell them. They steal them in order
For
to
the
either
parts.
part them out, or they sell them to ship them overseas to a country that you can't do nothing about once it's there. It's just there.
The parts are more valuable.
So there's no reason to go in a computer trying to change the VIN number and shit if you're going to part the vehicle out. Because like Dre said, all the VIN numbers are all just physically stamped on everything. You can grind that shit off if you really want to.
The point is, if there's a computer...
Oh, there he goes. We can really see you yawn now that your mustache is gone. Hey, did you notice? TJ shaved his mustache off.
How's Sarah doing, Justin?
She's doing good.
Okay.
She's got to go
Tell her I
Wednesday to
said
get.
tell her I said get well. I was sick for a couple of days last week myself.
Do you have like a little cold or something?
Yeah, got a little cold, stuffy nose, sore throat.
Yeah, she's got to go back Wednesday to get the tube taken out of her neck.
Okay.
Frank Rizzo is looking for somebody. Asked Dre, can you find me a 1983 Tornado mirrors door handles, please?
Tornado mirrors.
But he's
Well, sorry, Frank. I don't have that software any longer. I had to return it to the department that I was using it with. But it came in handy at the time.
Dre, I need to ask you a favour. Can I have your contact details so next time these fuckers just want to have an argument with me for the sake of having an argument with me, I can just get you come on the panel and end it.
That's why we love you so much, David, because we know you will argue about anything and everything.
Not anything and everything. I'm steering away from politics lately.
Well, ever since you became a Trumpster, I can understand that.
I am not a Trumpster.
Old T-Dog.
Not a hope in else, champ.
That is true though, Jody, because things don't rust that bad out there in the junkyards, especially in the desert area.
Mm-hmm.
It is good for storing vehicles outside. I've seen cars that's sitting in somebody's yard for 20 years that I know. Fucking barely any rust on the damn thing. Just sitting there.
You know what makes me laugh over here? When somebody gets a nice new car, and the first thing they do is they park it right under the tree.
Yeah. And then a big windstorm comes and a tree falls right on it.
You don't even need the windstorm. The sap from the tree at night drips off and it goes onto your car, and straight away it's starting to rust, starts affecting the paint.
Well, you get that, birds shitting all over your car. It's a lot of different things. You could have a potential branch fall at any time. I hate parking under trees. I don't mind parking under them if I'm like sitting in the car and I'm just getting some shade for a few minutes or something like that. But
yeah, but it's like leaving your car on your drive under a tree. The sap in itself, and like you said, the birds in the morning and stuff. You know, they wake up, they do a TJ style yawn, drop that bomb, drop that bomb they've been saving up all night, and boom.
We had that problem at Sarah's old work where she was parking the car too. It was dropping sap and shit all over the car. I told her she needed to stop parking over in that area.
Your car's gonna rust with all that sap on it. You're in a very sappy situation.
But more than anything else, it ruins the paint.
Yeah. You look at it, you look at tree leaves. When they all fall in the autumn, where did they go? They disintegrate. Bums into fungi, and then that fungi refertilizes the ground and off it goes. That's
No,
what it's
that's
trying to do
another.
to your car.
That's another thing you get too is a collection of leaves by your windshield wipers all the way across fucking your hood.
Drone Shot says, okay, I'm home now. I need those parts.
So, what is going on with the whole drone thing, Drake? Because I saw Coast to Coast posted something on Facebook the other day, and it seemed pretty dire.
But what part?
FAA stuff.
Yeah. About
It's
hold
just,
on, let me pull
well,
it.
just like I put out in my show in the last month, is just like I knew we were going to go into a shutdown. And I said then, or even on my page, I said, we're down to less than, 70 days. And
Oh,
now this government shutdown going on, those days are cooking down real fast because no actions are being taken by anybody to do nothing.
okay. So it's the very first post on his page, and it says this isn't good at all. The wording allows the FCC to revoke previous authorized equipment in specific cases. FCC vote could kill DJI shell company's strategy before December ban deadline.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think that's more, if this is my opinion, don't know nothing else about it. It's just, I think, a open threat that if DJI starts playing this shell game stuff, that they'll just start canceling FCC approval, which means they will not be authorized even to operate in the United States. And when I first read that, I thought he was talking about previous stuff that's already been sold, already been used. Then that would just crush the industry altogether. But I think it's in response to DJI, and this is same thing. All these people jump on social media bragging about, oh yeah, this is a DJI knockoff, or they partnered up or create a new company. I can tell folks, these people are listening too. They're listening. And if you think they're not going to react to it, oh well. Like I said, and I always, for me, I always look at now when they're going to create a knockoff company for the enterprise level drones, that you can't hide. And now you're going to be able to get some other crazy name of a M300, M350, or the new M400. Those are distinctive built aircraft.
Well, and I said that before too. People were like, oh, well, we'll just have the drones that were already approved. And I'm like, that doesn't necessarily, just because the FCC approved them, it's not set in stone forever. Like they can decide, we want to pull this license. I mean, there's nothing really stopping them from doing it. Whether they actually do it or not, I don't know. But it's like people seem to have this thing that FCC, once they pass it, that's it.
The whole thing's gonna come down to this. How is the FCC or whoever else going to enforce it? Because it's not like,
well,
I mean, if you get caught, you get caught. So
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this, it's just a number of playing the percentages, like shooting craps in Vegas. What's the percentages of you running the table or you crapping? One or the other. Because like I say, people like me, who sometimes I have to get authorization, guess what? That means I never can risk the chance of getting that authorization if I'm flying in controlled airspace, because I have to they have a list of my aircraft.
Well, not only that, they do have the remote ID too.
Yeah, remote ID, the aircraft got to be registered. So they have my information already of my aircraft. So now you're talking about using an aircraft that is not properly registered, that is not, didn't gain proper clearance. And if it lands or either straight from the FAA, there's so many rules that you would have to violate trying to hide what you're flying. So now you run the risk of, if something does happen, it ain't gonna be just because you're using a drone that's not authorized. Now you're talking about all the different regulations you don't violate it. So like I say, what's the risk? You know?
Yeah, because that's the only way I could see them enforcing it, I guess, is most people have registered their drones, whether they're, well, most of the people we know have registered whether they're recreational or professional.
Right.
So I guess the way they could track it would be through that, since they already have that whole what do you want to call it, the remote ID in place. I guess they could come knock on your door and say, "Hey, we saw you flying yesterday," on that system.
Mhm. And then you sit there and talk about, if you lie about it, now you're lying to a federal officer.
Right.
So I say it's just a hole that keeps getting deeper because you keep digging it.
That's I was just curious on your thoughts on that, because I saw him.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
been
that-
posting like end of the world posts about it.
Yeah, so my thing is, I think it's still going to apply to any new submissions where the FCC will crack down on these obviously newer drone. 'Cause my thing is, like I reminded people, I think I commented on Russ's video because he was talking about the similar type thing with these new DJI using these I say shell companies, is that the simple fact's going to come down to the FCC being more scrutinized. They're going to enforce more at the ports. The Customs and Protection Bureau is going to get more active, and like I say, even individual packaging might have to go through screening machines, just like we go through the TSA at an airport, which means things are just going to start slowing down because they got to get processed more detailed. So there's a number of ways for them to do it. It may not happen tomorrow, but in time, they could do it. I'm sure there's already X-ray screening equipment at several ports. You just add more. Because like the guys have already talked about how they got packages from South Korea and stuff like that in unmarked packaging or altered packaging and stuff. I said they just start checking everything that comes across.
Oh, so people have been receiving them and like
They're not in the traditional DJI packaging. It's like I think it was Johnny and I think even Marcus or somebody else said that when they got theirs, it was in an altered package. It was not DJI packaging.
Oh wow.
So that's why I say that they're trying to do things. These third party people are doing their thing. That's how they're able to buy the stuff with no tariffs, because they're not packaging it to be on the tariff list.
Hey Jody, did you check eBay? There's a bunch of old car parts on there. I don't know if you looked on there yet.
So I can say, I can always tell people can play their games and the government's going to play its games. That's all it is to it. And like I said, if you call yourself trying to operate a business, is this the business model that you're going to try to pursue from now on? Like I say, eventually it's going to come back to bite you either through remote ID or hopefully not that you have an incident and there's going to be a whole lot of questions being asked. So like I say, the biggest thing that I'm looking at is still this, people call it the 232, but this 1709 section part of the 2024 NDAA requirement that no agency to date has still taken up the requirement to investigate or, we would call it dissecting these Chinese drones, because most of the legislation by various people from the Drones First Responder Act, the CCP Act, all that kind of stuff. The language in those bills is Chinese manufacturer, period. And that can always be changed to Chinese manufactured parts, Chinese this, Chinese whatever. So it will cover even drones made in Malaysia, Korea, wherever else they try to ship the parts off to be assembled. If it has Chinese technology in it, it may not be allowed in the United States. And just like the guy, I think it was the FCC chairman, somebody was just saying that, you know, all Chinese manufactured electronics could be subject to this, which includes cell phones and, you know, TVs and all kind of crap.
Okay, Jody.
Well,
I guess I guess eBay's got the mirrors, but they're cutting the cables for some reason. The cable controls. I don't know why they would do that, but
So I guess you find one with the cable controls, it'd be more valuable.
yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like a website that like specifically deals in old parts like that.
Yeah, I want to
You know what
say
it's called?
geeksparts.com.
Let me see, Geeks Parts.
And there's another one that's another nationwide one that sells old parts. Buyauto-part.com, junkyard part locator, yeah, partsgeek.com.
Yeah, you
J
could try.
Bugs.
Yeah, he could try that parts locator because a lot of junkyards now they're taking parts and listing them
Yeah, yeah, a lot
online
of
so
them.
people can find them real easy.
Mm-hmm. Because I bought some things through parksgeek.com for that 2004 Chrysler Crossfire I still have.
He's also looking for.
Chrysler don't sell no parts for it. I probably can't even get it serviced by them anymore.
He's also looking
Besides,
for
they want to charge too much to
42-year-old
change
car.
the oil in that thing. Uh-huh. My
Was that a
youngest drives it every day to work.
Was that a popular car, the Tornado? I don't know. What brand even made that?
Tornado, I think.
Tornado?
Oh, is that what it is? He put
Yeah, Tornado.
Well, there is it the Cadillac Tornado or is it the Ford Torino? I thought he said Torino.
He literally wrote Tornado. That's why I thought.
Well, I was trying to differentiate which one is he looking for. Because I heard somebody say about Ford, and I know JD said something about Ford trucks being the #1 selling car, but that's considered a truck. So it's a vehicle, period. But you know, that's JD. They don't know what car is between truck. Truck is a car to them.
F-150 has been the #1 selling car in the country for years. Had that spot. A Tornado.
It does a Tornado. So that Tornado is a Cadillac brand.
I mean,
if I'm not mistaken.
They can Google thinking I'm an idiot, Jody.
I thought it said Tornado for a moment.
Yeah, it's a Cadillac Tornado. It was probably like you had the regular Cadillac itself, then you had the
Tornado was like a fastback version, wasn't it?
Right, something like that. It had a different look to it. I'm trying to think. It was a twin sister, Oldsmobile Tornado. I knew it was, part of that brand. It's a twin of the Cadillac. Or I want to say, is it Eldorado? It was twin to something else, but it's like on the Oldsmobile brand badge.
Yeah, because if he can find a car that uses the same parts, he might be able to. That'll help widen his search a little bit.
Did I get any clothes to fit, JD? I don't know. Most of my clothes have to be tailored. I don't have that off the rack body like you have.
And there it is. Jody said Riviera.
Mm-hmm.
We've just had an estate agent arrested over here for mis-selling a house because he sold it to the people saying it was structurally sound and safe. What he forgot to tell them was the sea was a road in the back garden, and the day they went to move in, the sea took the house.
It sucks.
Oopsies. Someone didn't do any research. Yes, East Coast is eroding faster and faster.
I think that's what it is right there, tornado.
Yeah, that's a version of it.
So it was an Oldsmobile then. Parts will work, I think he says, with the Riviera.
Yeah, like here in the 83, it's the twin of the Cutlass Riviera in the 80s. But back in the 70s, it was a twin to the one of the Cadillac ones. Cause you go back to, there's a lot of them, but yeah, the front end was different, but the main body shared with the Riviera and the Cutlass. Yeah, the area, white one there, that was like almost like the Cadillac Eldorado or whatever it was called.
Oh, Skippy.
Hey, will you tell TJ to get a hold of him and that he is going to get his money? I heard him say that he was afraid he wasn't going to get the money or whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell TJ.
I already asked him. You already let me. I already asked that question like a long time ago.
Okay, TJ,
No, he
you
said
heard
let him
what
know.
Skip said, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
TJ.
He's going to make sure that he gets the money, and
He wants you to reach out
let
to
the
him
guy
and
know
let him
because
know.
he doesn't know him and I don't know him that well, but okay.
Is it the money?
Oh,
Is it the money or the Monet?
Yes.
But I asked you earlier if he sent
Okay.
the money. You said that he sent the money already.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what he's doing. He's sending the money.
Okay, so just reach out to your buddy and let him know that he is going to be sending the money.
Yeah, yeah. If there's any problems at all, just let me know and I'll give you Skip's phone number. And
All right.
Wasn't real, those wasn't real popular. I know the popular car in the 80s was more the Riviera or the Cutlass. But back in the 60s and 70s, the Tornado, I remember seeing those around.
Jody, just go to AutoZone and do an AutoZone special on it. Put some little spinner hubcaps. Get the stick-on mirrors that use a 3M tape right on the side.
there you go. Just tape it on.
Do that AutoZone special on it. That's the first place most people hit up when they get a new car. Let's go to AutoZone. Let's get a wheel cover, some seat covers, some hubcaps, and just buy every damn thing for the car. Or people used to rock them spinner hubcaps back in the day. Which most new cars don't. They don't even use hubcaps anymore on a lot of new cars. It's just straight rim now.
Yeah, they made well, I mean, it used to be like an extra cost at one point. Even the hubcaps used to be extra cost back in the day. Get the nice wired hubcap.
Yeah.
You know how
Look, I
cars
go
are
like-
sold these days? You go into the dealership and you go, "Here's your car," and they go, "Do you want a steering wheel with that?"
Dude, I remember the days when you had to pay extra money just to have a passenger side mirror. I'm serious.
Before it
Remember,
was a
you bought a
requirement.
pickup truck, you paid extra money for the tailgate.
Yeah, that nickel and diamond shit's been going on forever in the car industry.
They don't do that much anymore unless they hide it in the cost factor of the vehicle. But I remember the days, man. If you want anything above an AM radio, it was extra cost. Patch
Yeah,
aside, extra cost.
Well, they nickel and dime you on the all the little like extras when you go to buy a car. Oh, $200 for like the undercoating, and then we're gonna charge
Yeah,
you
well,
another
I think-
$200 for nitrogen in the tires. And
Yeah, well, I think what they do now is they call it the dealer prep package. They'll charge you extra $1,000 and change for this dealer prep package. You say, what's the dealer prep package? And they sit there and go, well, we do all this extra stuff on the car. I'm like, what did it look like when it came from the factory?
Yeah. You want an engine with that?
No kidding.
that's where they get you these days. It's not so much of buying the features of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the extra little bullshit that they try to add. Like I said, a lot of car companies now are using nitrogen in the tires instead of just standard
Yeah.
air.
And
So
I always ask them, what's the difference? Well, it's better. I said, just put some air in there and forget all that mess.
Yeah, because they'll charge you. Some car places are charging $1,000 to $1,500 for lifetime nitrogen free fill-ups.
Which
Yeah,
ain't,
we'll give-
like I try to say, I got a pump at home. What happens if I get a flat? I got to put air in there.
yeah, you ain't got a nitrogen bottle laying around.
Hey, screw that mess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
think
then
your car
like I
would
said,
go
they'll
away
get you with.
if you had nitrogen in your, or no, wait, that's helium. Never mind.
Put helium in your tires, TJ.
But
Where's
you
my
know,
fucking car gone?
But you know the worst
now
thing
my
about
car's
it,
really
though?
flying now.
The worst thing about it, Dre, is too, is a lot of these dealerships will not let you back out of those options. They'll say it's
Yeah.
mandatory.
They try to say it's all built into the vehicle. I'm like, guess what? I'll walk.
Go somewhere else.
Then they start playing the round robin game with you. Well, can you wait for a minute? Let me go get my manager. And then
Yeah.
this guy walks out, tries to sell you right back on the car again. I said, dude, if you ain't talking when I'm talking, I'm out.
Oh, it's exactly like you see in the movies. You walk in there, then they start trying to upsell you, and then you're like, "No, I'm gonna walk out," and they'll chase you. They'll chase you to the door.
Chase
Wait,
you all
hold
the way
on.
back to your car.
The only time they won't do that is like if you go in there and your credit's absolute dog shit, and they really can't do anything for you. They're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well, see you later." That's the only time I've ever actually seen them not chase somebody down. Because
But
I
a
was
lot of places, that is their policy, where nobody leaves the lot unless 3 people have tried to sell the car.
but
Now
see,
they
there's
play that round robin game of the original guy who you meet on the lot. If he can't get you sold on it, he'll turn you over to somebody else. That person can tell you, turn you over to somebody else. That is like a policy. 3
Yeah.
people before they let somebody walk.
like
Yeah,
very
I-
few people will walk
Yeah.
out without a car these days.
Yeah, well, I've seen it over here where people have gone in and they've been spoken really rude to by the first person, and then they go, "Can I speak to your manager?" And then the next guy comes out and he's so nice and nice. He goes, "As a good way, a good gesture, we're going to give you this." And then next thing you know, you've been fucking had.
Well, and like I said over here, it's very rare that somebody actually does not walk out with a car. The problem is the auto industry is doing the same shit that the housing industry did in 08.
Mhm.
There's so many repossessions right now. It's crazy because the amount of people that are
It's easy money.
they're able to get them into a really high interest loan, and then the people don't pay it.
Yeah, the car gets repossessed. The car's back on the lot. They get to
Yeah.
resell it again.
And then you got other car companies like Carvana and stuff And they have banks that are willing to do like second chance loans, and these people will literally have a car repoed, and then 2 months later they'll walk into Carvana and they're like, "Don't worry about the repo, not a big deal." And then they'll get them into another car, and then they'll do the same thing.
Exactly.
Do they actually, when you go and buy a car through them, do they actually give you like a round, like circular, like little thing that you drop into the machine and a car like comes down and it gets loaded onto?
Not
Like,
all the Carvana locations have that, but yes, there is an actual car vending machine at some of them.
oh,
It's a
Here
big
here you go,
cylinder
TJ. Here's a
tower.
classic example I'm talking about. When you look at a sticker price, if you actually pay attention to what it is.
But we're waiting for that to load. Right?
There it is.
There it is.
And then you see where it says installed options.
oh yeah.
Now they call that dealer package now.
And look, they
That's
try
the
to
dealer package.
Oh.
they try to make it sound all nice too. Diamond tuned finish. What the fuck is that? You got diamond
You know, but you look on the other side, which is supposed to be the standard stuff over here, and you say, okay, that's the regular stuff. And they hear it, and then they talk about, oh, this is all the MSRP installed options, and it runs it from 109,000 to 124,000.
Yeah, Drive Pro Pack.
Do you know why I won't use that company, TJ? Because I'll put that coin in that vending machine, and it'll be like the old packet of crisps that gets wedged, and then the next person will come along, put their coin in, and get 2 cards for the price of 1. Excellent.
And then
That's
you look
crazy.
at it, Dre,
I would like to see one of those one day just to see like how it actually works.
and it's crazy, Dre, to think that like that one said shadow exterior package.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, they come up with creative names for stuff, and it was stuff that was already in the car when they got it. Like they tore out the headliner and put a nice expensive one in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny. That is true though. It's like they tore out the headliner.
Yeah, that's what I tell you. I said, what kind of headline was in there before?
Well, it was like that one that said like diamond plated something. It's like, what
Yeah,
is
it's
that?
like- And I asked her, what was on there before? Yeah, like, and they look at you like, what do you mean? I said, just what I said. If it came here and you guys installed this stuff after the fact, what was on it before?
Is I don't see no diamonds on my rims. Don't look
Yeah,
like
there
a
you
rapper's
go.
chain.
You know, in today's environment, people just need to be, I would say not today's, I would say going back to the 90s, you know, when the internet was first coming out, people are a lot more savvier, or can be a lot more savvier than what we used to be, to what information is available to you and what the car should actually cost. And like I said, and it makes it tough on dealers. And that's why dealerships like CarMax and things like that, or even Carvana, are turning over more cars than a regular dealership, because they tell you right up front, this is our price. You either want the car bad enough, you'll pay this, or not, because they don't haggle.
Well, and you got to think too, when say a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old, and this is their first car they're ever buying, brand new car right off the lot, their biggest concern is, can I get through the loan process? And they don't think about nothing else. And once they say, oh yeah, you got approved. They're like, deep breath. Okay, here's the money. Let's sign the papers. They don't look.
Yeah, well, that's the mindset of most people, because, like I say, people buy out of need and not out of want. They need a car so they can get to this new job they got, all this kind. Like you said, hopefully they'll get approved for the financing so they can just get the car.
Right, and that's where
they go from there and make things better in their life. But someone who has, in other words, it's not a need. It's just something like a mother car is getting a little long in the tooth. You know, they see somebody like Paul walk in, and they say, okay, Paul's gonna say, this, give me this, this, and this. And then at the end of the whole deal, Paul says, let me write a check for that. And they're like, what? We'll pay cash. They don't screw around about financing, and that's what pisses finance departments off. The Paula walk in there and says, this what I write the check for?
And they have to find that balance too, because
Mm-hmm.
finance companies actually don't want you to put large amounts down
No,
because that
they lose money.
stretches the loan and
And like I said, when you go
interest they
to
make off of it.
most dealerships, the money that you're negotiating with them is the salesman's money. One, the dealership never loses money itself on any car it sells. Never loses money. Other than that, the finance people very rarely lose money unless you pay in cash. They don't get no money. That's why I say they want to finance you as much as possible because they get their money on the back end on the finance stuff. And then like you got, and in the finance stuff, that's when you actually buy the warranty or extended warranty, or you buy for the extra floor mats. And I'm always thinking, I said, if you got floor mats for this car here, where did you get them from?
Yeah, and then the price.
The floor mats come with the car, but they treat it like it's an extra option. And that's where finance gets you like, oh yeah, you want these floor mats? You want the floor? I said, dude, floor mats came with the car. And that's why I have never bought a new car since 1985. I said, yeah, I'll buy a car 1 to 5 years old and get all the nice accessories that came with it, and I ain't got to pay for it.
Yep. And then the stuff is just egregiously overpriced at dealerships.
Yeah.
Like that, $40, maybe $50 set of floor mats for a nice set,
Mm-hmm.
That extra package is like $800 or something stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
And it is basic mats. There's nothing really nice for unless they got some they were selling that were custom designed for that.
No, that's what I'm saying. You could spend $50 and get a really nice set, $50-$60. And buy a nice heavy duty set, And they might be custom to your vehicle too.
Yeah.
They're not universal ones, they're custom ones.
That is true.
That's what I'm saying. But they'll give you a basic factory one and then they'll say, oh, here, it's $800. The fuck justifies $800 for those?
That's why I say I'd rather buy a car that's anywhere between 1 to 5 years old, maybe a little older if it's as I say, I like the luxury brands. And I can, right now, I'm looking at a couple of cars that might be 6 to 7 years old, but none of the cars I look at have over 30,000 miles. Some of it as low as 10,000 miles.
The only great thing about buying a new car is the nice, tight, clean steering when you leave the lot. When everything's like brand new, That's the only good fun thing about buying a new car. But paying it that's not fun at all.
No. No. So I can say, that's just me. I can't vouch for everybody else or tell everybody that's a smart thing. That's just me. I will look for something that's in what I want to pay for it, but I want to get the most out of what I'm paying for.
Did you see what the average car
I want the
payment
top
is
of the
now?
line package with it. I want the nice rims and tires on it. I want the complete floor mat, everything else that was thrown in that car when you sold it brand new, but it's used now.
Have you seen what the average car payment is now? Anywhere between $1,000 to $1,200 a month.
Yeah, I tell you, Justin, I've never had a car payment over $500 in my life.
I mean, back when I bought my car back in 2016, my brand new one,
Mm-hmm.
I was only paying like $558 or something a month.
Yeah,
and
I
just
tell you,
since
for
then
me,
to now it's doubled.
like I say, I've never had a car payment over $500 a month, and I can tell I've had a Volvo, I've had the Jaguars, I got a couple of those, and none of them cars I have paid over $500 a month.
Yeah.
DJ, ever had a bad day at work?
Sometimes.
Ever had an incident that you can't explain?
Maybe.
Well, this is a job for you then. I don't know how the train driver's going to explain that fucker.
Oh god! Oh my god!
But my thing is now, regardless how the accident happened, how they gonna get it under the bridge?
Oh no, if you look at it, he rode up on top of another train car.
You rode up
I
on
know,
another
that's what I'm
train
saying.
car.
That's just what I'm saying. I say, I don't know how the accident happened, but how they gonna get it under the bridge?
They
Oh,
won't.
yeah,
They'll crane it off onto a truck on the bridge.
You know, like, what
That's
the
wild.
heck? Because it looked like it came from the bridge on top of that car. And I don't see any damage on the bridge.
Well, and you really can't blame a train conductor for that because that's kind of
Well,
more
train
up to-
driver. It was a what do you call it? Not a passenger
that-
train, a locomotive train. But could you imagine having to make that phone call? Yeah, boss, I've had a bit of an accident, and
That was a locomotive.
top-
That thing
I'm
was
on-
small.
yeah, I'm on top of the load. It was I think it was a coal train. By the looks of it,
That was a small train.
they
Being a
we
locomotive.
because we've got tight corners on our train tracks. I think they're limited to 26 carriages.
Shit, the ones out where Dre lives will be like 1.5 miles long.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of yours in America. It's no wonder some truck drivers try to race through the fucking lights because you get stopped at them crossings. It's like 4 days later. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on!
And the locomotives here are fucking huge, dude. You're talking about beefy.
Oh yeah, well you've got
They
double
will-
trains, haven't you?
Well, I mean, they're just large in general. They're huge. They'll go right through a damn 18-wheeler like it's a piece of paper.
But that phone call must have been funny as shit.
Really, that should have been on the rail company to be organizing where shit's at, because I wouldn't expect the train conductor to know that was there when he came up to it.
He was pulling. That's his load. He was pulling. No one knows. He managed to go from pulling that load to being on top of it.
Because it looked like it was something that might have been in front of him, and then he hit it and went up on top of it.
I've got a
That's what it looked
feeling.
like to me.
I've got a feeling another train's gone into him on the same track and pushed him on top.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's more or less what it is, because you can see the damage to his lights.
Because if anything, that's on to whoever is supposed to be organizing where the trains are at any given time and all that.
It's all computer generated.
Because the trains only know where they're at by the information that they're given, right? Like who's where and all that. So if the person on the other end isn't feeding that information
There's
correctly,
no person on the other end. It's all computer.
What actually happened right there anyway? Did like the tracks like switch or
Right. So
something?
leading further down, it says he was coming into the station and he should have been on the other side of the track, and he's not realised there was a passenger train that had been left there waiting to go into service, and he hit the back of it and gone up onto the top of his thing.
Oh, if you want a good train movie, what's that train movie, Dre, that was from Southern California? Was it Runaway? What's the name of it?
Something like that with Denzel Washington.
Denzel? Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was
based on a
that
true story.
happened in Pennsylvania. True
Was
story.
it Pennsylvania?
Yeah, it was Pennsylvania.
Oh,
line.
okay. I thought that was
But
California.
I was going to
That
ask
was a good
David.
movie.
He said everything's automated. I said, you guys don't have a yard master?
Not really. It's all computerized. Literally,
Well, I mean,
they
I
have,
know
they have,
everything's
they have
computerized.
control.
Who is-
Yeah, but
who
they
is
have control
overseeing-
rooms.
Yeah, who is overseeing the computers? Has
The
to be
contr-
somebody
they have,
there.
like I said, they'll have control rooms at the stations that will monitor trains in and out of their thing. But technically, in our tracks are split into sections, and there should only be one train in that section on that track at any one time. But sometimes these freight trains, because they're a lot to themselves and they're not set to a timetable, if they've gone through a red light, the control room won't know until it comes into their system, onto their little box, and it'll just say, "There's another train on the track here," and they'll be like, "Oh shit," and go into panic mode. But it
Yeah, I
technically
get what you said, but see, that's a failure of the system, because not that it doesn't, it happens more often than we know, but that's why I say that's why you have yard masters, just like air traffic controllers. you have certain yards that control the lines to a certain extent, miles beyond. And then
Yeah,
they hand
now
it
it's
off to another
Yeah.
system or yard master for
yeah, they
that
don't have
area.
yards as such. It's more the stations and then the depots. Obviously, the depots
Mhm.
control a little section, and then, but it's all supposed to be overseen by Network Rail.
Right, right. There's always a higher up, but just like Justin was talking about, let me type up the movie.
Yeah, because it always puzzles me. Sometimes I'll be on the train into London, and the train will just stop in the middle of nowhere,
Mhm.
and that's because another train has run a red light somewhere and sent the signals into a disarray, and it sends a signal to our train saying you need to stop.
Right.
You just know that you sit there and wait for the train driver come running through and go, fuck it, the other one's coming. And then you know to run and follow him.
Yeah, the name of the movie is called Unstoppable.
Yeah, that's it.
And that is I would say give you a good idea of how the behind the scenes of train operations take place and stuff where like you say, everything is pretty much automated, but you have individuals who actually can override the system at any given time to ensure that just in case of human error or computer error of having trains on the same tracks.
Yeah, strangely enough, we have a train service in London that has no drivers, no nothing, and that's been running for years.
Mm-hmm.
Way before driverless cars came around. That's all run by computers, and that has no problem because every train is running in the same direction, and a national train can't join onto its tracks because it's got its own tracks.
Well, I know that the big thing here in America, I know out west, I should say, is that freight trains have the right of way, which you would think is kind of odd that you would think passenger rail or whatever would have a right of way, but freight trains actually have the right of way. So if you're riding like on an Amtrak line, you may have to have additional stops because a freight line may be coming through, or they've had an issue and they're on that line still.
I can see why that is in your country, though. Over here, it's the other way. The passenger train has right of way, unless there's it's in danger. Then obviously,
I guess I can't speak for the entire country.
I can see why yours over there they give the freight trains more right of way because your freight trains are bigger and they're fucking longer, and if they hit a passenger train, they're going to demolish it.
Right.
No one's getting out of that alive.
Right. But like I said, I know on the West Coast, on the East Coast may be different because there are more rail lines on the East Coast of the U.S. than there is out west. Usually, once you cross, I want to say the Mississippi, for example, usually the crossing line, coming west, there are fewer lines that run either direction, north and south, east and west. Once you cross the Mississippi, east of the Mississippi, you have a lot of different lines that go into a lot of different states and everything else. So it may be there they have lines just for passenger rail only, but out west we don't have that high value lines like that to where you have this passenger rail only. That's why they're trying to build a high speed one from Vegas to Southern California. Been talking about it for over 30 plus years. You know,
I don't get why your country doesn't have more passenger rail anyway.
It died off because of the auto industry.
Well, to tell you the truth, I know out west it became more of I say by the time the West was settled, cars were starting to become the in thing. And corporations, like I say, people want to solidify a certain territory of the country. And just like here in Southern California, it is built for cars. It is not built for rail.
Yeah, no, but I would have thought. So say like you want to go from Michigan to Florida, You would get in your car, you'd drive to the train station, drive your car onto the train, and it would just zoom along and have you in Florida within a couple of hours, faster than you would get there in car.
Yeah, I wish, I say, I wish we were built like that. We're not, not even close. And that's why I say now we're about a good 60 years behind here in Southern California with our, we call it Metrolink, passenger rail service just for commuting. We're a good 60 years behind.
Well, that's what I mean. Everything over here is set for the commuter travel.
Yeah, right.
But you don't want to get to our state because when I go to Blackpool, I bought it 12 weeks early and I got it for, I think it was £82 for both me and Laura. There and back. That same journey now, today, if I want to buy the tickets today, it's £1,800 one way.
Wow.
It's like, it'd be cheaper getting a freaking aeroplane, flying to the US and flying back to Manchester. a little bit longer, but yeah, look at that. That ain't stopping for fucking no one.
No, dude.
That's a standard size right there. I've seen them like that 6 deep. Trying to go to the Cahoon Pass.
And like there's a stairwell, so it kind of gives you an idea how big somebody would be standing next to it.
Like I was saying, Justin, imagine that kind of setup, 6 deep, and about 50 cars behind it, trying to go through.
And then sometimes you'll have a couple more at the end of the train.
Yeah, pushing it up, helping them push up. So, like I said, when I bought my house David, when I first bought my house 30-something years ago, there were 3 rail lines just outside my housing development. Now, over the last 30 years, they have added another 3 sets of tracks. Well, so now there's 6, maybe including we call it a what's the term they use for it? Spare or spar, whatever they call it, rail line for it to go off to the side to get out of the way of any other trains coming. So we went from 3 to 6 plus I think it's called a spare or something like that, whatever it's called. Line.
Spurs.
Yeah, spur line. That's what it is. Spur line. So another train can get out of the way of other one coming up on the track. And I live about at least a good 12 miles from the main yard.
Yeah. We've only got a few of them tracks now where they need spurs, where they only run one, where they only run a single track. Most of them are double track, but when you get onto the main line, what they call the West Coast and the East Coast main line, it runs the full length of the country. They can split into 6 where they have commuter lines, freight lines, and then the high speed lines. And that's where you can actually pull into a station, and then all of a sudden this train will come on the other side of you like 900 mile an hour. Goes,
yeah.
Well, what happened with the train industry over here is when we started building like all the interstates and stuff.
Yeah.
People got more into vehicles, and that was kind of the mainstay of how you traveled. And so a lot of little train stations and a lot of little towns closed. People just don't ride the train like they used to.
You didn't forward think. I mean, we started closing train stations.
This is what their forward thinking was here, is that the independence of being in a vehicle, go where you want to go, all that kind of stuff. Because like I say, building rail lines, you're causing people to consolidate near the rail line.
Yeah.
And people didn't like that, because that's how a lot of cities and stuff were settled, is where the train came and went.
Yeah, so over here,
they want people to be able to go where they want to go. So that's where the automotive became more of an essential thing than trains did.
Yeah, but so like London, that's got trains going freaking everywhere, underground, overground, fucking through the middle of your living room. Literally, there's trains everywhere. Right. But you start getting out towards this way. I've got 2 direct lines into London. I've got C2C across that way, and that splits into 2 into London. So you got one that goes via the Thames and one that goes direct.
Justin, you're the host.
And then I have the other one that goes into London, which is the what's it called? Greater Anglia. And when they can actually merge with each other at certain points if they wanted
Mhm.
to. Literally, there's not a train track here
What is that?
that you can't get to somewhere else. So we're pretty much covered. Yes, the car's still king, and it's growing, but that's because they're outpricing people on the freaking trains.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing in I said the biggest difference is like a lot of your cities in UK or across Europe had the narrow roads,
Yes.
especially in the inner cities. So it wasn't designed to handle a lot of traffic. So that adds to the fact that our roads, our cities and stuff were built to handle a lot more vehicle traffic than there's anything else. So I mean, each way has its pluses and minuses. There is no singular, well, this has got to be the best way. It's either way. I mean, there's times I would like to be able to go out and walk maybe a quarter of a mile, maybe a half a mile, jump on a train and go somewhere.
How do you stop people inviting you to forcing you to join a fucking group on Facebook? Because this is pissing me off. I don't into drones.
Just tell TJ to stop it.
It's not. It's Jonathan and John.
Hey, yeah,
They both sent me the link, right? I get it. They want to
I
do
didn't know what to do, so I
stuff,
just,
but I'm not into drones. So there's no point me joining.
It's
So
it's because yeah, but what they're doing is they're sending it out. They're like, go to send the link, and it'll ask you, and you can send it out to like I think I'm up to 100 people at once, and it's just picks 100 people on your friends list.
It's actually putting me straight into the group. So I've declined. I've actually left the group twice.
I don't know about that though.
Look, I get it. They want to have their own group. It's great. Yeah, but I'm not into drones. I come here to talk to Justin and you guys and piss you off and wind you up and stuff. That's it.
I blocked one guy on Facebook because I was getting tired of him tagging me in every one of his posts. TJ knows what I'm talking about.
David, these are the tracks right outside my housing development.
Right.
And you can even see the locomotive that Justin showed, the tracks on the left. That one there, there's 1, 2, 3 engines, and there's probably a couple more in front of that line there. If I slide it up a little bit. Okay, you see all the cars. And that's that spur line right there. Trying to see if I can scoot
No
it up.
disrespect, guys. I just don't want to be in the group.
Yeah.
I don't join these group chats on Facebook because there's, you get like 20 people talking and your phone's just going. You just want to end up fucking hammering your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up unfriending that one JJ dude because he was annoying the shit out of me, dude. Every day he was fucking tagging me in every one of his posts, and I'm like,
it's like that Fortnite one I set up. I set it up, and I was like, you know what? What the fuck am I doing here? I'm leaving. See ya.
It was that drone dude I was talking to TJ about the other day. I ended up just unfriending him because I was getting tired of him tagging me.
Oh, you're talking about? Oh, you're talking about? Who was it? That drone guy or whatever.
Yeah, because he would put 2 or 3 posts up a day, and he would tag me in every one of them. And then there was like 100 people. JJ Ariels or something like that.
Yeah.
TJ's got his sticker, but he was tagging like over 100 people.
You're talking about Jason, right?
Hey, we could just go back a bit on this conversation. If anybody wants to sell TJ anything like a car, just throw in a free sticker. Is it there? You could buy this car for $100,000, or for $200,000, you can get a free sticker. I'll take the $200,000 one.
You got $100,000 sticker bonus package.
Yes.
Have a plus package.
Free stickers for TJ.
Yay!
No, but he was tagging like immense amount of people in his posts every day, and I was one of them. And then I had to sit and hit the notifications for every fucking person that was looking at it. And
Yeah.
I did ask him once before to stop tagging me in his posts because he was doing 2 or 3 a day. And he never responded back, so I just unfriended him.
TJ, I've got an idea for you.
What's that?
You know the sticker paper, the backing?
Oh yeah.
Get a load of them and fabric glue them to a t-shirt. Right? And then put a message on the top of your t-shirt saying, put your stickers here. Just walk through.
Oh, yeah.
People just coming along going, tap. Get all the stickers.
Yeah, that'd be
Hey.
a good idea. Put your
Somebody
stickers
posted
here.
somebody posted a meme that said, turn any sofa into a sofa bed by telling your wife to calm down.
Turn any what into a sofa bed?
Turn any
Bobby, sofa into a sofa bed.
Turn what into a sofa
Any
bed?
couch into a sofa bed by telling your wife to calm down.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. All right, folks, I gotta bounce out of here. I'll see
Yeah,
y'all
I'm about
next
to get
one.
off here too.
Yeah, I'm going to jump as well. And Justin,
guess
you're
so.
the host, so you might as well end it.
I think I should just give it back to Paul and leave his chair up.
Oh, you
Yeah, there you go.
evil.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch
All right.
everybody
Catch
later.